And good Sunday afternoon here from Kings Mountain High School, atop of the John Gamble Football Stadium press box at the baseball field here in Kings Mountain to bring you live Yeti World Series Game 5 coverage, 2-2. This is the title bout, all the marbles. And, Coach, the only thing I did not see, Coach Gene's here, and I should have brought it up, the idea, man, me and Hunter, and I didn't think about it till the last second, till just now. You guys need a Yeti wrestling belt.
We have one.
Ooh, sorry, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So we actually have one.
Ooh.
So our softball team has a home run belt, actually.
Oh, okay.
So
nothing's cooler than a wrestling belt or a title belt, whether it's boxing. I guess if you're a boxing fan or MMA, but when Rasheed Wallace brought it out for the Pistons, I thought that was about one of the coolest things I've ever seen. A Yeti belt. So any of the sponsors out there or parents want to design or purchase a Yeti belt and mail it to us, well, I'm sure your coach will be sure to have it. But we're here for Game 5. We're excited. Greisman Black and Dawson Blue. First batter ball out in the outfield.
A great play by J.M. Baroa. So starting off, Nate Roof from Lexington, South Carolina, away at North Greenville University on the bump. His battery mate is Zachary Wilson, catcher from Burns High School. And the leadoff batter was Kyrus Dawson from Washington, D.C., lines out to Janiel Baroa for the first out. That's going to bring up Derek Ortiz, the second baseman today for Team Dawson. And Team Dawson looking to swing the bats early. Foul ball back to the backstop.
Hey, you can slide that all the way back to you so you can sit down. I think we got plenty of space. Who's our cameraman today, Coach? He said he's in the bullpen today, actually, now for the time being.
He's also in the bullpen today for Team Greisman. That's Bowden Witcher. So Bowden Witcher from Georgia up here on the Eagles Nest, taking some camera angles for the folks back at home. And looks like a base hit to right field by Derek Ortiz.
So both first batters going to right field with some pretty decently hit balls, but one is an out, one is a hit, and that's going to bring up Coach?
That's going to be Tico Pereira. So Tico Pereira from Miami, Florida, Janiel Baroa's high school teammate who's out in right field. So both right fielders today sticking with the plan of being Miami guys. Pitch coming from Nate Roof. Shown bunt, pulled back, ball outside to Tico Pereira, 1-0. So, folks, we're in Game 5 of the Yeti World Series. So, like I was telling Kevin and everybody who's listening, this is regardless we were going to play 5 games, but series tied 2-2. So it's great to actually have a series that a Game 5 that means something for the players. So call it strike, 1-1.
So Dawson Blue is the away team. Greisman Black, the home team. I'll adjust that for the folks at home. Top one. Folks, you've been watching and listening to KTC Sports this week. We do like to do live local broadcasting.
Oh, swing and a miss by Tico Pereira. That's going to be the second out of the top of the first by Nate Roof, his first strikeout of the day. And that's going to bring up the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania native Mike Huber from Thomas Jefferson High School up to the dish, the first baseman for today for Team Dawson.
So we specialize in a couple of things, folks. We do live video broadcasts of local events, parades, and such like that. But we do local high school, American Legion sports, and now Yeti baseball. Is a wild pitch and or pass ball, whichever one coach wants to give that to, and the runner will move down to second base. And Huber starts off 1-0.
Yep, 1-0. So we'll call that a wild pitch on that. So we got runner at second. So Derek Ortiz moves up to second on the wild pitch by Nate Roof.
I didn't get me a windscreen, so now I'm the one making noise here. I may be able to tape it up pretty decently here in a second.
And a ball outside, 2-0 to Mike Huber. So beautiful day here at Kings Mountain. A little bit light breeze today, but a gorgeous day to watch Game 5 of the Yeti World Series. Nate Roof to pitch. And ball in the dirt to Mike Huber. That's going to bring the count to 3-0 for Team Dawson in the blue. Team Dawson, coached by Tyler Dawson, hitting coach for the Yetis, hoping to scratch a run across here. Looks like a called strike to Mike Huber, 3-1.
A little bit better.
That's a little bit.
The folks can at least hear some wind coming through. It is a little bit of wind, but a great wind. That feels like an air conditioning wind that feels just good out here. There's a foul ball down the left side. Folks, the Yetis of Cleveland County are located in Shelby, North Carolina. We have radio stations in Shelby, Forest City, and the county just to the west, and then to the east we've got radio stations in Cherryville and in Lincoln County, just to the east of Cleveland County. So we'd love to do local sports here at Yeti Baseball. Huber takes a walk here in the first inning of Game 1, first and second.
That's going to bring up the dangerous Tyler James, the designated hitter in this Yeti World Series. Tyler's been barreling up some balls, so definitely having a day, it seems like, every game for the Yetis. Swinging and miss. So Tyler looking to come up big and trying to get a run across the board for Team Dawson with 2 outs. So we got Derek Ortiz at second, Mike Huber at first, not being held on by Greg Johnson, playing back with 2 outs. And Nate comes set. And a ground ball to the left side. Looks like Blake Decker is just going to pick it up, taking himself the 5 unassisted. And that's going to bring him 3 outs. And we head to the bottom of the first. No score in Game 5 of the Yeti World Series. This is Coach Gene Bowles, head coach of the Yetis. And we're on KTC Broadcast, and see you after the break.
And welcome back to Kings Mountain High School, home of the Mountaineers. I'm here with Coach Gene Bowles, the bottom of the first inning. Gene, who we got on? Who's our battery and who's our up to bat this inning?
So on the bump is going to be Cole Curtis from the state of Georgia, and behind the dish is going to be Patrick Hogan from Houston, Texas. Leading off for Team Graceman is Michael Green from Crest. The lineup for Team Graceman is Green in center, Cash at second, Janiel Baroa in right field, the dangerous Greg Johnson playing first base, Caleb Adair at short, Blake Decker at third, Zach Wilson catching, Chase Williams DHing, and Jack McKinney playing left field. And here we go in the bottom of the first. Pitch into Michael Green by Cole Curtis. It's going to be a ball high to start the bottom of the first, 1-0. Pitch coming in. It's going to be a foul ball behind the backstop, 1-1.
Right around the Jeep. It's still and not been hit yet. Gene, we over at Cherryville High School, the parking lot's pretty much right, almost on the left field side, and we call it the ghost lot because we've seen a million balls go over there, but I've never seen one actually hit a good solid hit over there.
Called straight on Michael Green, so you haven't seen one just solidly hit. So 1-2.
No. It's the ghost lot. Don't know how it happens, but they go over there.
Ground ball to the left side.
Oh.
Aiden Roberson coming up with it. He's not going to be able to make a play on Michael Green. So infield hit for Michael Green.
So he went with a backhand, couldn't come up with it clean. He just knocked it down, though.
Yeah, even if he came up with it, Michael Green was already probably about 3/4 of the way down the line. He wasn't going to be able to come up and get him. The speedy Michael Green on with the infield hit. And that's going to bring up his high school teammate, Riley Cash, another Crest Charger to the dish, facing the Alexander High School Colt Curtis from Douglasville, Georgia.
There's a
shot out to right field, out to Tico Pereira, and Tico misjudges it. So that's going to move Michael Green coming off it. He read it really well that Tico was going to come up with that ball. Now we got runners on first and third after that in between play by Tico.
So Tico just couldn't quite come up with it. I couldn't quite see. Did he take any false steps, or was it just short of him?
He did. It was just short. It took a bounce right on him. He just pulled the glove right up. And that's going to that's going to bring Dylan Beaver to run the bags for Team Greisman for Riley Cash, and check over on Beaver, throw over by Cole Curtis to Mike Huber. He's safe. Now batting is Janiel Baroa, the number 3 hitter for Team Greisman. And Dylan Beaver's off, but foul ball by Janiel Baroa. 0-1 on the count.
Play at the plate. Go ahead and go home and help me out. All right, folks. Got maybe a sticky situation here with the Johnson coming up on deck now. He's been hot.
And Beaver's going to go. And
gets through.
There we go. That's going to be 1-run score. So it's like an RBI single, and Beaver going before the pitch, stealing a little hit-and-run action by Team Greisman. So that's going to score a run. That's going to be an RBI single for Janiel Baroa. And we're back with runners on first and third. Dylan Beaver at third base, and Janiel Baroa at first.
That's going to bring up Mr. Johnson, who's got, is it 3 homers in this? 4 games?
2 so far. This is your pick to click so far. He is a MVP candidate for this Yeti World Series.
I hope I didn't jinx him. I hope he comes out firing.
You're pretty great with jinxing.
I've been jinxing some people, folks. I have.
So this is not what Coach Dawson wanted to see early in the game.
No.
He's really hoping to get 4 or 5 out of Cole Curtis today, not to get to the bullpen too early. So Cole Curtis hoping to get a ground ball here, get a double play, not too much damage. Strikeout would be huge on Greg Johnson for Cole.
Thanks for everybody commenting and tuning in. Let us know where you're watching from today on the comments. We'll give you a shout out and say hello to you. We'll probably mispronounce either your name or the city you're from. What do you think, Gene?
I mean, we know it's not Corral, it's Coral. And looks like Daniel's going to take off. He's going to stop about 3/4 of the way to the bag.
He could have probably just took it.
He could have got it. I was waiting to see Dylan Beaver take off.
Go.
And Dylan takes off, and he scores.
First inning, black team attacking.
So Team Greisman up 2-0, looking to win the Yeti World Series, not playing around.
Maybe the hottest hitter on the team, and I wouldn't have expected, as far as an infielder or pitcher, that they're going to start sending runners up, unless because Johnson, even if he hits a ground ball, he's beat them out too. So tough out altogether.
Absolutely. So. This team, Greisman's team, has been up all morning, so we're looking to see what they're going to be like this afternoon. Swinging the bat well to start it. Ball in the dirt.
Good eye from Johnson. 2-0 here. I don't know. I'll update the scoreboard, folks. I was excited.
Team Greisman. So Tom's behind the dish today.
See that? Is that Mark? What's his last name? You know his last name? I know it's Mark.
It is
Mark. I can't remember. Fitzgerald. There we go. Mark Fitzgerald's out there in the field. Another good umpire.
Yeah, we had him on Catawba Valley. Good. Yeah, definitely good umpire.
Mark's another one of those that knows all the rules, and that's one thing that, that's step one of being a good umpire in the Gene. It's knowing most if not all the rules off the top of your head.
He was actually pulling me aside because a couple of our guys swing a white barrel bat right now, and that's illegal come the springtime. So,
okay.
But we're in an inter squad. So big shot out from Greg Johnson.
Yep.
And Greg Johnson's going to leave the yard. That is his third home run of the Yeti World Series. Greg Johnson from Beaufort, Georgia, going yaya out of Kings Mountain High School, puts Team Graceman up 4-0 here in the bottom of the first.
4 batters, 4 runs, and Johnson with his third home run of the series. Fantastic. Swinging the bat, staying hot for the Yetis, and that's why I was wondering why the runner was going at that point, the way he's been hitting it, and boom, he puts it out of the park for a third time in this series. And before this, at bat, I was going to get you some MVP candidates before it started, but right now, if the black team wins, no offense to my cameraman right now, but you haven't hit 3 home runs yet, bub.
So so
Johnson's in the lead for the black team is what I was saying.
So we went through MVP candidates before the game between Coach Greisman and Coach Dawson. Pitch coming into Caleb Adair, shortstop today. It's going to be looks like a called strike. So the MVP candidates so far would be either Greg Johnson, who just hit the home run, or Michael Green for team.
Michael's been on base about every time.
Yep,
and played good defense too in center.
And then couple of MVP candidates for Team Dawson would be Kyle Flynn, who pitched yesterday, Tyler James, Derek Ortiz, and Mason Dugas. So it just depends on who wins. Shot out to center field by Caleb Adair. Looks like it's going to be a fly out. So that's going to be the first out recorded for Team Dawson here in this game.
Is that Dawson out in center?
That is Kyrus Dawson playing for Team Dawson.
I do want to mention I think he's played some pretty good defense out there in the series. He's been on top of or right under every ball hit out there his way.
Yeah, Kyrus Dawson from Washington D.C. He's been having some good jumps out there. That's going to bring up Blake Decker, another Georgia product, to the dish. Swing and a miss. Pitch coming in from the Alexander, Georgia product, Cole Curtis. 0-1. Ball out.
So who do we have warming up down here for the Dawson Blue Jays?
So it looks like it's going to be Burns High School, Avery Bridges warming up. I believe this will be his third outing in this Yeti World Series. And we have Davis Turner down the bullpen as the bullpen catcher right now in Game 5 of the World Series. So wind picking up a little bit this afternoon.
Some good chatter. Good chatter on the field here from the guys. Nice little crowd here in the stands. Beautiful Sunday afternoon. Of course, KTC today we've got not Atlanta Braves baseball, Racing and Carolina Panthers football.
Ball forward to Blake Decker.
Been used to all summer saying Braves baseball and Racing instead of Racing and Panthers football, but now it's football season. Panthers in Kansas City today. They were 14-point favorites before they announced McCaffrey. And we're going to have a mound visit, folks. We're going to be back in just a minute on KTC. All right, welcome back to the broadcast. After talking to Mr. Curtis, he stays in the game, but...
Oh, looks like it's going to be a base hit to the left side, right in front of Logan Rose. So Zach Wilson, up 4-0, drops a bunt. That's going to put Blake Decker to second base. Zach Wilson to first. Looks like we're going to get a runner for Zach Wilson. It looks like it's going to be Zakiah Gibbs coming to run bags. Yep, that's Zakiah Gibbs. Pitch rain in for Zach Wilson.
I'm sorry, Decker walk.
Decker did walk on
Gotcha.
5 pitches.
Gotcha.
And now we got Chase Williams coming to the dish, the Mooresville, North Carolina product. Ball high. Chase actually coached in travel ball a little bit by Coach Chris Sherrill, one of our assistant coaches. And funny story, when I went to interview Coach Sherrill, the first time I met Coach Sherrill, within about maybe 30 minutes after the first time meeting him, we got this young man on the phone and brought Chase Williams here to Yeti Nation. More of a pitcher, but Coach Greisman getting him a chance to swing the bat today.
Well, looks like more of a Yeti.
he is 6'8".
He's the tall one.
He is the tall one.
He's making Tom look like a teenager back there behind the dish. Yes, that is a how old is he?
I believe he's either probably 19 or 20.
As a 19 or 20-year-old 6'8". Yeti batting right now, and he's got the long flowing hair. I showed you that video.
Oh yeah. And a foul ball.
Big hard swing.
Chase, real good kid. Definitely embraces everything that we're doing here. But Chase, Winston-Salem State. He was a pitcher for Winston-Salem State before they lost their program.
Okay.
And has found his way after Tommy John into Yeti Nation. Pitch coming from Cole Curtis. Ground ball to the right side. That's going to have Derek Ortiz pick up 4-3 to Mike Huber, but not before we scratch another run across for Team Greisman. That's going to bring up Decker to score. RBI, ground ball, so 4-3. Brings 2 outs. That's going to bring Zakiah Gibbs over to third. Runner at third. Coach Greisman's team has batted around Jack McKinney from the farm, from Chase High School to the dish. The left fielder today for Team Greisman. And everybody on Team Greisman coming out of their shoes swinging the bat, Kevin.
Yeah, with the guys hitting Curtis and hitting, you talk about it's a timing and rhythm thing with yourself, but one thing that I think this is discounted about baseball, Gene, is seeing the guy in front of you hit the ball. Because you know his timing. You're used to watching him hit, and you see him hit the ball and put bat on it. You're like, okay, I'm right on it. I know what to do, and timing is everything. A swing and a miss from McKinney with 2 down in the bottom of the first.
That's going to bring the count to 0-2 after McKinney fouls off the first pitch.
Ground ball, shortstop.
Hayden Roberson comes to field it over to Mike Huber, and that's going to be our third out of the inning. So after one complete, your score is now 5-0. Team Greisman coming showing some authority out here in the first inning. This is Coach Gene Bowles, head baseball coach of your Cleveland Community College Yetis on KTC broadcast, and we'll be back after the break.
Shock Jog Sports Podcast by KTC Broadcasting, live Mondays and Wednesdays, 2 p.m. Listen on Spotify, Apple iTunes, replays on YouTube, KTC Sports, KTCBroadcasting.com.
Hello, this is Milton Baker inviting you to listen to NASCAR Racing right here on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM, and KTCBroadcasting.com. Hello, this is Milton Baker inviting you to listen to exciting Tar Heel Sports right here on WCSL, WLON, WOHS, and KTCBroadcasting.com.
Listen to Atlanta Braves baseball on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM in Cherryville and online at KTCBroadcasting.com. Watch and listen to the Shock Jock Sports Podcast on Facebook Live and YouTube.
Watch the Shock Jock Sports Podcast by KTC Broadcasting, live on Facebook and listen on Apple, iTunes, and Spotify.
All right, Coach, who we got up here to start the second inning?
So Logan Rose from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, foul ball to start his at-bat. So 0-1 to Nate Roof from Lexington, South Carolina on the bump facing Logan Rose. So Team Dawson trying to get those 5 runs back. Coming into the top of the second, Logan Rose ropes one down left field line, foul. 0-2 on the count on Rose. Nate Roof takes a sign, looks in, and here's the pitch. Looks like it's going to be a ball out. 1-2 to Logan Rose, the third baseman today for Team Dawson. Looks like it's going to be a called strike on the check. And strike 3, that is Nate Roof's second K of the day, first out of the top of the second. And going around the infield, we have Greg Johnson playing first base, Raleigh Cash at second, Caleb Adair at short, Blake Decker at third, left field's Jack McKinney, Michael Green in center, Daniel Baroa in right, and behind the dish is Zach Dub Wilson doing the catching for Nate Roof. Ball high to Patrick Patty Melt Hogan from Houston, Texas to the dish.
We'll say hello to some of our fans as we go along today. Daniel Baroa's mother is watching from Miami, Florida, or Miami.
2-0.
If we're going to tell people how to pronounce Cherville, we need to listen to how the Miami folks pronounce Miami, right?
Right. See.
There you go.
Yeah, it looks like a fly ball out beyond second base. Caleb Adair is going to take charge on that, and that's going to be the second out of the top of the second. It's going to bring up Aiden Roberson from Mill Creek High School, the left-hand hitter playing shortstop today for Team Dawson to the dish.
Hello to Chris Compton. Pedro's in Oklahoma City.
Pedro in the house today.
Kristen Roof in Lexington, South Carolina.
That's Nate's mom, the starting pitcher for Team Graceman. Hit by pitch, Aiden Roberson. I heard he cries the plate. That's okay.
Who got hit? Roberson?
That was Roberson.
Okay.
Aiden Roberson.
We don't know who said
That's
said
hilarious.
That.
That's going to bring up the ninth hitter for Team Dawson, the fireman, Mason Dugas. Mason Dugas, another left-hand hitter for Team Dawson, down the bottom of the order. Mason hitting that 9 holes, actually an MVP candidate if Team Dawson can find a way to win this thing.
Ground ball to short, double play possibility. Nope, I mean, they didn't need to.
They didn't need to. They'll take the
Never
fielder's
mind.
choice to get out of here. That's going to be the third out. And this is Coach Gene Bowles, head baseball coach of your Yetis on KTC Broadcasting.
And welcome back to the broadcast. Dawson Blue at Greisman Black. Black team leads 5-0 after 1.5, and they're in the driver's seat right now. And Coach, is this a new pitcher?
Yeah, so Cole Curtis's day is over after one inning in the books with a 5-0 lead for Coach Greisman. And Coach Dawson's going to go to his bullpen with Avery Bridges from Burns High School, the right-hand pitcher, now on the bump for Team Dawson, down 5-0. And he's going to face Michael Green, the leadoff batter. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, Michael Green, Riley Cash, and Daniel Baroa to face Avery Bridges.
So these two have obviously faced each other in conference play.
And that's we had a called strike on Michael Green. Oh, absolutely.
Where did I put my pen?
Did your pen disappear?
Well, the wind has been awfully active, and it blends in with everything. Pop up.
Ah, foul ball behind the
Foul ball. It's directly below me, isn't it? It's right under my big booty. I can't see it.
0-2 count, Avery Bridges to Michael Green.
So Green singled and scored in the first to lead the game off. Pitch outside, ball.
1-2 the count on Michael Green, the center fielder for Team Dawson. So Team Dawson definitely looking to have Avery go a little ways.
Ground ball third base.
Logan Rose comes up with it. The throw over to Mike Huber is in time to get the speedy Michael Green, 5-3.
Good play. And a better start for Dawson Blue to get Green out before, Cash, Baroa, and Johnson come up and take their hack. So that brings up Riley Cash. The local product. Let's see. Anybody else I need to say hello to? How about Miranda Montana from Miami, Florida?
Miami. Ooh, ball up. 1-0.
Folks, post where you're watching from.
Any questions you have on Yeti baseball or the school or the area, if you haven't been here yet, ask any questions on the live chat. Another ball up to Riley Cash, 2-0.
We may ignore them too. So if it's not a good question, not all questions are good questions, no matter what your teacher says.
That's exactly correct, Kevin.
I'm sure you've heard some dumb questions before, Coach.
Yep.
There's a called strike.
So what was that
Mr.
place? What
Cinefani.
was that place you told me to go to yesterday?
For a cheeseburger?
No, for the sun drop.
Yeah, same place. A lot of burger is Blackwoods.
Look at that.
Yep, that's what it is. just filled with cherries.
So ball out to Riley Cash. That was probably the best thing I tried. Ooh.
See, I usually have to get two because they put so many cherries in it. Yeah, there's not that much drink in it. So I get
sucked
two.
It down.
Yeah, it doesn't last. It's more of a treat than a drink. Get you a water to wash down your burger. Shot the same way for the catch. What a play!
Derek Ortiz with the catch. Coming up big for Team Dawson.
Wow. Put him on the top 10, Coach. Da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
Great play out at second base.
Did we get a good camera angle on that?
Close, but not fantastic, but close. It happened so quick.
Daniel Baroa to the dish with 2 outs. Hitting into 3-spot playing right field for Team Greisman. It's going to be a ball. 1-0.
That big breaking ball. That was awful. Wasn't not much speed on that one.
Look at change up there.
Say, yeah.
Drive out. Kyrus Dawson taking chase. And it's going to fall between Kyrus and Tico. Looks like it's going to be a stand-up double for Daniel Baroa for Team Greisman. Daniel Baroa showing out. He is 2 for 2 on the day with a RBI single and a double here in Game 5 of the Yeti World Series.
So watching batting practice before the game, the wind seems to be blowing out toward right center, and anything I was concerned about anything hit that way may give the guys maybe a little trouble, may even get out of the ballpark on a well-hit ball opposite field. That's going to bring up, speaking of well-hit balls, Johnson, as Baroa is standing on second base.
That's the one thing about Cleveland County. Ball up to Greg Johnson. It seems like right center is just a jet stream in most of these Cleveland County fields.
Johnson up to bat.
Johnson with the home run the first inning.
Pitch outside. With Coach, I would guess with 2 down and first base open that I don't know if how they're coaching or whatever, but is Johnson going to see anything to put out of the park here?
I mean, if I'm Avery Bridges, I'm not giving him a real good pitch to hit here.
Johnson chops one into the dugout, foul ball. I don't know if this was a pitch around situation and take your chances behind him. He's just been so hot. You know, you like to challenge batters, but you know you're down 5-0, runner at second. As hard as he's hit the ball, I didn't know if that might be a strategy here for the Blue Yetis.
Oh,
Here's the pitch from Bridges. High fastball. Mr. Cinefani calls it a ball. Like I said, the other umpire tonight, Mark Fitzgerald, worked with both of these guys in some capacity. I've umpired with Mark a couple of times. Hard hit ball, third base. Over to first. And no, he doesn't come up with it at first. The runners move over to third. Nobody's covering second. Johnson will get over there in the mayhem. And, Coach, you know, I would, if I'm going to give it an E, I would say first base.
Yeah,
that ball was in the air, wasn't it?
Yeah, you got to get an E to the first. Usually it's going to be a throwing error, but, I mean, that ball's got to be caught.
Well, I'll see what you say as a coach, but as a former shortstop, my thought was, as long as I didn't throw it over your head, your job is to catch it over there. Even if I one-hop it, knock it down, but you know, that's just me being a greedy shortstop. Blame it on somebody else. But that throw was in the air, and he just didn't come up with it.
Yeah, especially being down 5. I mean, you definitely want to see them get out of that inning right there. And bringing up Caleb Adair, the shortstop, to the dish. Ball in the dirt, 2-0.
Only good thing about it, didn't give up a run, so you can get this out right here. That's what you pitcher. He can do the best he can here and get can go for the strikeout, but if he gets you out of here, it don't really matter. Got to get this out of this inning, down 5-0. There's a hard hit ball to shortstop, over to first, and Huber comes off and he wants the tag, and he's not going to get the call from Mr. Fitzgerald, and I don't see an appeal home to the home umpire, and I don't know what if Huber thinks he got him or not. Coach, what do you think? I don't think I could tell. We're so far up here. You were saying I got better eyes than you, but I can't tell if he made the tag or not.
I can't see that. I mean, we don't have the good view on that.
Right.
And Mark's got a great view on that spot right there.
So 1 run scores. Runners now at first and third. Is that another error for the bobble?
That's another error.
Decker's up to bat as Adair is safe at first from the throw over.
Blake Decker with a walk his first at bat. 0-0 on the day. Ball high. If you're just tuning in, it's been all Team Greisman here today. Jumping out to a 5-0 lead in the first inning. 1 run here in the second. Now it's 6-0 in the bottom of the second.
Runner goes.
Caleb Adair is going to be safe standing up.
Yeah, ball in the dirt. Nothing to do there for the catcher.
Good ball to run on.
We'll say hello to Scott Hook from Royal Palm Beach, Florida. Laura Hogan in Houston, Texas.
We're going around the horn in the country.
Well, folks, we talked this yesterday on the radio. So far, I think 13 states have tuned in to watch Yeti baseball during this Yeti Baseball World Series. I want to thank each and every one of you and for spreading the word and letting everybody know about Yeti Baseball. Like and share. That's the important thing, folks. While you're watching, you got a minute, click that share button and put it on your Facebook or your Twitter or your Pinterest or whatever your favorite little media is.
Yeah, go back, replay. if whatever family member or friend didn't get to see the game, pitch coming in from Avery Bridges, ball out. Make sure you share these games too. The more views we get, the better it can, the better it looks to show sponsors how many eyes are actually viewing Yeti baseball.
And recruits.
Absolutely.
Well, one thing about these, here's the pitch, is us doing the broadcast here, Coach, and like we do with the high school and the American Legion, especially you guys got people all over the country. But even in high school and Legion, you still got grandparents, uncles, cousins, former players that like to tune in and keep up with their teams. And you guys with people across the country. Oh, he's running in. He can tag him out. He didn't see it. He didn't. He just scored. He could have tagged him out.
He doesn't even see it.
And the coach, that just happened. I swear that happened.
Just happened.
Yeah. He walked home. That's Johnson walked home, and it wasn't even a force. And Coach Dawson's going to argue if he called time or not. But I don't think he called time before he scored.
He did not call time.
No.
That's going to be great, Johnson.
He walked. He stole home walking. That's a stolen base, Coach. He just stole home. Greg Johnson has 3 homers and a stolen home plate in this World Series. And now they're going to go talk to Coach Mr. Centerfani. Hey, give me a good shot there.
Give
me a good shot of the umpires here. I don't know if there are other umpires in on that. Other camera guy. We should yell "good call" from up here, but I'm about 100% right. That was, unless nobody called time before.
He's got to get the first base.
Yeah,
he's got to get the first base.
Yeah,
so.
you can't call a dead ball before the first. I would imagine on that walk, and he walked into home, pure as day.
If he gets
Johnson thought it was bases loaded, and he walked into home plate.
I was looking forward to Coach Dawson getting tossed there. I'd have to go coach.
Well, it wasn't the umpire's fault. Your catcher could have tagged him.
So Patrick Hogan watches Greg Johnson just walk right in.
Oh, God. It's funny that Johnson thought it was bases loaded, and then I guess Hogan did too. Hogan might not even saw him until he's right there at him too. He was right there. So what a funny, I like to say, Coach, every time I come,
you see something different.
You see every time I do a baseball game, no matter what, you see something you've never seen before. There's a fly ball right field up into the jet stream. Tico under it, and he'll make the catch.
That's going to be the third out of the bottom of the second. Your score now is 7-0 after that, I guess, walk in.
Who hit that fly out? Well, Wilson Decker walked, right?
Yes, that was Wilson flying out. So this is head baseball coach Gene Bowles for your Yeti baseball up in the booth for this Yeti World Series Game 5. This is on KTC Broadcast, and we'll be back after the break.
Hello, this is Milton Baker inviting you to listen to exciting Tar Heel Sports right here on WCSL, WLON, WOHS, and KTCBroadcasting.com.
Listen to Atlanta Braves baseball on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM in Cherryville and online at KTCBroadcasting.com. Watch and listen to the Shock Jock Sports Podcast on Facebook Live and YouTube.
Watch the Shock Jock Sports Podcast by KTC Broadcasting live on Facebook and listen on Apple, iTunes, and Spotify.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast, folks. We're trying to get clarification. We're being told it may have been a balk call, and I'm not 100% sure. Coach Bowles is trying to get clarification, but we'll let you know. Either way, it's 7-0 Greisman Black. We're headed now to the top of the third inning. I'm having trouble keeping up with my innings, folks. That was so much fun and excitement there in that inning to keep up with. So it was Dawson up to bat, right?
Yeah, Kyrus Dawson with the first pitch ball.
So he may have balked home, but it looked like he just walked home and saw it.
So he called the balk.
But he didn't say it loud enough for Cinefani to hear it, I don't think.
Well, he called the balk. Then he also called ball 4, and with the ball 4, the runner advanced. I mean, you can't have.
The runner has to advance on the balk.
Right.
Not to ball 4 because it wasn't a force. There's nobody on first.
There was nobody on.
Right.
You don't get both. He had to swing and hit a home run, and you keep
right.
that outcome.
You can keep it, yeah. Well, we'll argue about it on Saturday Sports Talk. Next Saturday morning, folks, 8 a.m. to 10:15 on KTC Broadcast. You can watch the show. It's a live Sports Talk. Dawson strikes out swinging, chasing low and outside. Not a good cut at that one.
So if you're a Team Dawson fan not happy with that call, please call in to KTC Broadcast.
Don't call us.
I'm sure we can get Coach Dawson to call in.
Yeah, we'll see. There's the pitch. He went. Called strike on the swing. Well, not called. He called swinging. Is what I meant to say.
He needs to get mic'd up next time we do this.
I asked him. They wouldn't do it. Just poor sports. Tom's not a happy person. I call him Negative Nancy. He's one of those people. You know, like Tom. You just got to see the silver lining, sir. Silver lining.
It's a sunny day here at the ballpark.
Drive to left field now, but you do have to remember, he is a Cleveland fan. So he's been, watched the Browns in disappointment, the Indians in disappointment.
So that's a base hit to left field by Derek Ortiz. So
and then LeBron stabbed his team twice in the back.
So is he from Ohio?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Tommy is from right outside of Cleveland. So runner at first, that's Ortiz. Pereira's up to bat. He struck out the first time. Ortiz looking to get a big hit.
Almost like called strike on Tico Pereira.
Good pitch there. Look like some movement. I don't know if he's got a slider.
Could be it's either a slider or a little split action.
Okay, that's what it looked like then.
And Dylan Arms out there going to go get foul ball. He's on foul ball retrieval duty, the North Gaston pitcher. Tico Pereira waits for the pitch for Nate Ruff. Called strike.
Dylan's been awful helpful. Also, Hensley, we got to talk about him. He's the MVP today, folks.
Carter Hensley, absolutely, by locking the press box door and then having to climb in the window to get the press box open. Ground ball to the right side.
Going to be a close play, barehanded. Nope, he holds it. Nope, he never had it.
Infield hit for Tico Pereira. And Coach Greisman's team is looking to get a double play here to get back and get their sticks rolling.
The umpire threw that ball out, Gene. I was about to say it doesn't look awful white because I kind of lost it there in the dirt. And the umpire picked it up and threw it out. So that's bring up Huber. We got runners at first and second. Tico and Ortiz.
Ball game here in the top of the third. So one of our parents said he screamed balk just as he was delivering the pitch. So
I guess he didn't come set.
Yeah, and Avery, I could see that in one of the pitches beforehand.
The question, though, is whether we don't know yet, is if Johnson heard balk or if he still thought it was ball 4 and he walked in. You know what I mean?
Because even if it was a balk, I mean,
it still didn't look like I don't know. Well, we need to ask. We need to get Johnson out and figure out if he thought if he heard balk or not. That's the question. Or if
Right.
he still, because he could have been a balk, and he still could have thought it was balk before people walked in
Yeah,
and didn't hear it because we didn't hear it.
Up. Right,
Yeah.
right.
Here's the pitch. Called strike. Huber's not been a great fan of Cinefani strike zone the last few days, but he's been on base about every time, so, you know, he ought to be. Here's the pitch. Outside. Runners move. No, I thought he got away. Tico with a late break, and they about get him out at second base. But a good play by the catcher there, keeping it within distance where he could get to it.
Yeah, that's Zach Wilson behind the dish for Team Greisman in the black. So Team Greisman trying to hold on to this shutout right now. Got runners in scoring position at second and third. And that's not going to happen with the base hit up the middle. That's going to bring one run in.
Tico stays at third, first and third now.
That's going to bring
For the Blue.
Derek Ortiz in the score with the RBI single by Mike Huber.
Single from Huber is going to bring up James, who does have a bomb in this series.
Yeah, Tyler James coming to the dish with runners on first and third. Tico on third and Mike Huber at first.
Say hello to Laurie Dugas watching from Cape Coral.
Cape Coral, see?
Pitch in the dirt, ball one. We'll also say hello to Jamie Borquin. She says, go Buckeyes.
Go Buckeyes.
Folks watching at home, post where you from, say hello to you. Thanks for watching as always.
Not a lot of Clemson fans saying go Clemson today.
Haven't heard it yet.
I'm sure Kristen Roof's a little bit upset.
But we talked the other day, even if they get beat today, they're not going to be ranked out of like, what, 5th or 6th at the worst. Then they'll
No.
be back in the ACC championship with Lawrence and win it, and then right back in the championship.
And I'm a Notre Dame fan. I don't even think Notre Dame should be listed as number one.
Is it
So
fair that Notre Dame has to beat them twice?
It is fair. They got
And
to beat them
Clemson's only got to beat them once.
twice. I mean, it is what it is. That's life.
Here's a
Welcome,
pitch. Swing and a miss on James to big cut,
welcome to the ACC, right?
I guess.
I'd love to see Notre Dame roll through the table, but they'll probably lay an egg on one of these next coming up games. Tyler James, foul ball. I believe that's full count on Tyler James, the designated hitter from Westminster, South Carolina. The sun's beating down right now. Feels good up here without the wind.
Yep, I could take it. This is nap weather. This is outside nap weather that we have right here, folks. Afternoon, ball in the dirt, runner goes on the walk. Well, see, you know, folks, in North Carolina, you know, here at KTC, we broadcast racing. So what the weather this is, Coach, is lay in the hammock, listen to the radio, listen to the race on the radio.
Wake
weather.
up for the last 10
yeah.
laps.
Yeah, wake up. I'm going to roll in there, turn the TV on, and see if somebody wrecks last here 20 laps or so. We got a mound visit. We're going to take a quick break while they talk it over on KTC.
Hello, this is Milton Baker inviting you to listen to exciting Tar Heel Sports right here on WCSL, WLON, WOHS, and KTCBroadcasting.com.
Listen to Atlanta Braves baseball on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM in Cherville and online at KTCBroadcasting.com.
And welcome back to the show, the broadcast, Cleveland Community College Yetis baseball intra-squad World Series. We're in Game 5, and the score now here in the top of the third is 7-1.
That's going to bring up Logan Rose with the bases loaded, 1 out. Logan's 0 for 1 on the day, facing Nate Roof. It's going to be a called strike.
Rose has a big chance here to, you know, make this a ball game, Coach.
Oh, yeah, he gets a hold of one. It is a ball game. Heard somebody in Team Dawson's dugout say, you know, a lot of ball game to play, and there is a lot of game to play. Sweet.
Well, first game was what? First game was 11-9, right?
10-9.
10-9.
We were actually off. And then second game was 13-1 Team Greisman. Then was it 6-5 and then 7-5. And strike 3, we're looking at Zach Wilson was looking to back pick Tyler James. Tyler James gets back in time, but strike 3 on Logan Rose. It's the second K of the day. Second out, and that is Nate Rose 1, 2, 3, fourth strikeout in 3 innings, facing Patrick Hogan from Houston, Texas, coming to the dish.
Mark's not making any fans on the field of his umpiring skills so far today, but he's made some. Well, we think, I guess, the right calls. We'll find out about the balk situation and all that later from Tom and everybody else after the game probably. But I do want to ask Greg Johnson if he heard the balk or if he just still wandered into home thinking it was a walk.
That's what I'm assuming. He heard the balk because that would make such sense now.
That's what we're hoping, right, Coach?
Yeah, that's what we're going to hope for.
Pop up second base.
And Riley Cash is camped underneath it, and that's going to be the third out of the inning. Not before Team Dawson scratches one across. We're 7-1 here in the Game 5 of the Yeti World Series. Coach Gene Bowles on your broadcast with Kevin Hastings. We'll be back after the break.
Hello, this is Milton Baker inviting you to listen to exciting Tar Heel sports right here on WCSL, WLON, WOHS, and KTCBroadcasting.com.
Listen to Atlanta Braves baseball on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM in Cherryville and online at KTCBroadcasting.com. Watch and listen to the Shock Jock Sports podcast on Facebook Live and YouTube.
Watch the Shock Jock Sports podcast by KTC Broadcasting live on Facebook and listen on Apple, iTunes, and Spotify.
And welcome back to the broadcast in the Cleveland Community College Yetis Baseball Intra-Squad World Series. We're in Game 5 championship bout. 7-1, Greisman Black has taken an early lead after a 5-run first, 2 in the second, and now they're looking to add some more. It looks like we got Williams and McKinney and Green up to bat.
That's going to bring up the big Yeti, Chase Williams, to face Avery Bridges, still in the game for Team Dawson. Right, that's a foul ball down to the down left field fence. 0-1 to Chase Williams. Chase Williams coming to the dish around 6'8", facing the Burns product Avery Bridges. Going to be a called strike. Quick 0-2 on Chase Williams.
Folks, you can listen to NASCAR racing and Panthers football today on KTCBroadcasting.com. Click on the big green button at the top and your station of choice. Racing's on WCSL. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big cut from Williams. That's going to bring up McKinney.
That's going to be the first out of the bottom of the third.
So, Panthers right now, update 17-13 over the Chiefs. A lot of gamblers mad right now about that one. Other big scores, Bills are stomping the Seahawks into the ground right now, 27-10, but I guess you can never count out Russell Wilson.
We'll say that's a called strike. First pitch to Jack McKinney. Jack McKinney from Chase High School, freshman here for the Yetis. Oh, another strike. Down to hard the dish, 0-2.
Here's the pitch from Bridges. Fouled back.
Is it going to get to the Jeep? No, it's not.
Not enough heat on that one. Not enough heat on that one.
So we'd like to thank Ryan Blake, one of our POs and manager for the end of the fall, doing some of the camera work down towards the field in the bullpen. Another foul ball. That's got some heat on it.
Yep. That's across the. It's going to end up in the starting blocks on the football field maybe in a minute.
Oh, that grass is going to slow it down.
Yep. Back over here at Kings Mountain High School, new track and new field just put in last year. It looks fantastic over here.
Swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt, and Patrick Hogan tags him out.
I don't know where he was going to try to run, Coach. He kind of ran to the pitcher's mound or third base. He wasn't towards first, was it?
He's going to be do-si-do and back to the dugout. And that's going to bring him to the top of the order with Michael Green. Michael Green has hit in every inning of the Game 5 Yeti World Series today. This is third plate appearance.
A single and a ground to third.
Ball in the dirt. So, I mean, being a leadoff guy, it's awesome. I mean, if you get the opportunity to hit, this is what you want. You get to hit all the time.
Pop up, right side.
Say that's not going to have it's going to be out of real estate. Get out of here.
So, Coach, the rankings are out. You want to take any guesses at where everybody is?
For college football?
Yeah.
Well, Notre Dame came in at 4. Clemson was at 1, so I'm assuming Clemson's going to fall down to either 4 or 5.
They're 4.
Notre Dame's going to be probably at either 1 or 2.
They're 2.
Who's going to be number 1?
Bama.
Alabama. So
High pitch. Ohio State's 3.
Big Ten.
And Texas A&M 5. Florida 6. Cincinnati without playing dropped back to 7. BYU 8. Indiana is Miami 9. Indiana moves to 10.
After beating Michigan, I don't know how I feel about the rankings this year. You got Big Tens that the Big Ten Conference just started playing. Same thing with Southern Cal. How can Southern Cal be ranked number 20 in the country? I mean, what did they play? One game?
1-0. Good pitch. Coastal is now number 15.
Is Liberty like number 24?
22.
Ooh, after beating Virginia Tech.
Marshall was 16. They dropped from 15 to 16 without playing behind Coastal. So Marshall beat App State. App State controlled and dominated the Tar Heels last year. The voters go stupid and put Mac Brown in the top 5. Now the Tar Heels are ranked 26, just outside the top 5. Appalachian's down at like 32. Now to explain that to me, Gene, we whipped them last year, and they've been beat, and we got beat by Marshall, who's 16th. They got beat by Florida State, who's garbage, and who else beat them, who's garbage? Miami or somebody? No, it wasn't Miami. Somebody else beat them last week. Pop up. Right side. And foul territory into the brand new Kings Mountain High School football concession stand.
I'll tell you one thing. When they redo the baseball field here at Kings Mountain, this whole athletic complex is going to be one of the best in the country. They're getting, you can see the money slowly making its way over to baseball. So,
Tennis just got 5 brand new courts. As Green will walk and bring up Riley Cash. So Cash gets 3 at bats in 3 innings.
What about the pool here? You have a swimming pool here.
Yep.
You got the beautiful weight room. I believe
that's brand new. Yep.
I believe Steve Moffitt helped get some of the weights in here, so it's beautiful. Got the black and gold of Kings Mountain. The King Mountain High School Mountaineers.
Well, it's one of those situations. Hit batter is Cash. It's one of those situations, Coach, where all the county schools, there's rules about what every school basically has to be distributed the same amount of money. You see what I mean? So there's rules on that. So there's different types of things you can do, private donations, and I guess get around that. So some of the folks here at Kings Mountain are tired of waiting on that money being spread 4 ways to get anywhere. So they've they've done some private things here to build up the school, and they've done a lot of. It looks great.
And big ups to their touchdown club here. That's going to bring up Jadiel Baroa. I mean, there ain't many places you go to has got the lookout tower right here that you can sit out and watch a football game, and I mean it's beautiful. And their golf
During
tournament.
high school season, the soccer's out here while we're doing baseball, so you kind of get to see that, and they got to watch out for foul balls.
So soccer's a spring sport here.
It's either boys or girls. One of them is. They both don't play. I think they play different semesters. I think. Could be totally wrong. There's a ground ball. Third base. Can't come up with it. All the runners are going to be safe. Put it this way, Gene. I care so much about soccer. The school I went to originally didn't even have a soccer team.
Wow.
Actually, both schools I went to didn't have soccer teams. They got a girls team, I think, senior year. Bases loaded, though. Who cares about soccer?
That's going to bring up your guy, Greg Johnson from Buford, Georgia.
Well, no matter what's happened today, Johnson has been a show this week. Now, he's got bases juiced. You can't pitch around him here, Coach. You got to bring it to him. Mr. Bridges from Burns.
You got to bring it to him.
If Blue's going to win, this is going to be the out that does it. First pitch high.
Team Greisman looking to score in the third inning. They've scored in every inning today, with the score being 7-1. Pitch coming in from Avery Bridges. Ball.
And now, as the catcher goes out, I was about to say, do you have any thoughts on wind-up stretch here in this situation?
I mean, right now, it's going to be what's comfortable for Avery. I mean,
Okay.
Avery's probably going to go out of the stretch. Being a guy that's used to coming out of the bullpen, that's what he's most comfortable with.
Okay.
Me, personally, I would go out of the windup, but the only difference in the stretch, that's going to keep that runner a little bit short. But we have 2 outs here, so, he's going to go out to the batter as much as he can. Yeah, fans, if you're listening, you're here in Cleveland County or the surrounding counties, there's still plenty of good seats available, free admission here for Yeti baseball.
Yeah.
A couple innings still left, so we'd love to have you out here. And love to have you out to the first ever Yeti World Series. Ball out. That's going to bring in a run. That is going to bring in Michael Green from third base. Your score now is 8-1. Team Greisman with the commanding lead.
And that is an RBI. Bring up Caleb Adair.
Caleb Adair 0 for 2 on the day with the E6 and the F8. Caleb looking to absolutely just break this game open, as it already is 8-1, but he's looking to help Coach Greisman not look back in this Game 5. Team Greisman free swingers this game, 0-1 with the foul ball. I'll tell you one thing, it's a lot different being down in North Carolina, in November 8th. Play good baseball, a little breeze. It's perfect baseball weather.
Yeah, you're right. Sun's starting to get a little low. Man, the getting dark at 5:30, I'll never be a fan of.
Swing and a miss by Caleb Adair, 0-2.
I like to play golf in the afternoons, Gene. You can't get dark at 5:30 and play golf.
Yeah, that's got to be tough.
I mean, honestly, like I could wait till almost about 5:30 around here during the summer, maybe 6, and still get in 9 with my son and the kids. Pitch right across the knees. Call.
Backwards
Strike
K.
3 on Adair, and that'll end the inning. So Bridges strikes out the side, giving up 1 run, Coach.
Yeah, that's going to bring your score to
4 base runners.
That's
what a stat line.
That's going to bring your score to 8-1 going into the top of the 4th. Roberson Dugas and Kyrus Dawson to the dish. This is Coach Gene Bowles on the Yeti World Series on KTC Broadcast.
And welcome back to the Yeti World Series. Kevin Hastings along with Coach Gene Bowles. It's 8-1, Greisman Black, the home team. And we're going to the top of the fourth. And that'll bring up for the blue team, Roberson, Dugas, and Dawson trying to get things started and get back in this game. Need some runs, need some hits, need some base runners, Coach.
Yeah, Coach Dawson, his team needs to come back firing right here. They still have Nate Roof. The plan coming into the game was to get Nate Roof off his game and out of the out of the ball game as quick as possible. But Nate doing a good job on the bump for Team Greisman. First pitch, swing and a miss by Aiden Roberson.
Well, that strategy has not worked out so far, Coach. He's also got, 4 Ks and 3 innings?
Yeah, he's doing well on the bump today. So Nate's in the running for pitcher of the series right now, if he can hold on to this victory today.
He swings and a miss, strike 3. He's going to run to first. Catcher throws and makes the out. That's Wilson behind the plate. And 1 down. That's going to bring up Mr. Dugas.
The firefighter from Florida, from Cape Coral, Florida.
Got into a fielder's choice back in the second inning to shortstop. That ended the inning.
Ball up on Mason Dugas.
Pitch high and ball. Shot.
Right out to Michael Green. Michael Green's camping under.
That's one of those ones you just hit really hard and right at somebody.
He barreled that ball up.
Yeah, he did. Done a good job out of that 9-hole the past few nights, Coach, and that's going to bring up Dawson, the leadoff hitter.
Dawson 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and lining out to right field. One good ball hit out there in the first inning to lead off. Actually, first pitch.
I think I heard him tell the coach earlier he could pitch today if needed.
He can. So he's actually, his last school, he was a pitcher only for North Carolina A&T. I saw him in high school when he was in Washington, D.C., playing at St. John's College High School. And you hear me, I believe it was Game 3, say that he won 4 state titles in the Washington Catholic Athletic Conference. And that's the conference with the Matha Catholic, Good Counsel, premier football schools that potentially sometimes play on ESPN.
Called strike. Chopped.
Oh.
Third pitcher mishandles it, and he'll get Dawson to get to first. I couldn't tell where the pole was. Did he get that? Did he cut in front of the third baseman there, or what happened there?
He did. He tried to field himself with his bare hand and dropped it. So he won on that. 2 outs. Runner on first. So Kyrus Dawson gets to first.
So you guys will be going to go back and watch any of this for some film study and be like, look, guys, we saw this. We saw this. It's a different type of view.
Yeah, and that will be one of the things once we get back to a team. Like, I've actually watched games 1 through 4 already a couple times, just looking over them. We'll go back. We'll break them down. Some of the kids have pitched coming in to Derek Ortiz. Ground ball, smothered up by Blake Decker. Throw over to Raleigh Cash. Has him.
Yep.
The fielder's choice, force out.
I thought Dawson was going to beat that and just didn't get there quite in time on the force out. So Dawson reaches, and then Ortiz grounds out into the fielder's choice for the third out of the inning. Folks, it is 8-1. Yeti Baseball. We'll be right back.
Hello, this is Milton Baker inviting you to listen to exciting Tar Heel Sports right here on WCSL, WLON, WOHS, and KTCBroadcasting.com.
Listen to Atlanta Braves baseball on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM in Cherryville and online at KTCBroadcasting.com. Watch and listen to the Shock Jock Sports podcast on Facebook Live and YouTube.
Watch the Shock Jock Sports podcast by KTC Broadcasting live on Facebook and listen on Apple, iTunes, and Spotify.
welcome back to Kings Mountain High School. Coach, got a couple of comments for you. Christian Roof said you're going to need to get on Nate for that one, LOL. And then a couple of Rowdy comment, and then Diesel and a couple of others. Folks, thanks for commenting and watching. Let us know where you're from if you haven't yet, and we'll give you a shout to you and your family and your boy on the baseball field. But good game so far, though, 8-1.
And this is why we love baseball. Blake Decker, after just making that play, comes to lead off the bottom of the fourth. Pitch in from Avery Bridges is high, 1-0. Blake Decker is 0 for 0 on the day with 2 walks. Raced on base twice.
Good pitch.
Decker looking to get a hit here.
You know, today's a beautiful day in the middle of the day. Gene, we ain't got nobody out here playing tennis, and it was 40 degrees the other night, and people's out here playing tennis at night.
I know. Swing and miss by Blake Decker.
It'd be the perfect time to play right now, wouldn't it?
Guess they're all watching Panthers football or Yeti baseball.
Or they might be taking a nap in their hammock here in beautiful North Carolina today. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on Decker. Looked like he got a little fooled there on his time. That's going to bring up Wilson, who's 1 for 2 today with a single and a fly out to right field.
Now Avery Bridges got him out the other day. I believe it was on a splitter. So looking for this matchup right here. F9 earlier in the battle between the Burns Bulldogs.
Chiefs have taken a 20-17 lead over our local Carolina Panthers.
That happened quickly.
Almost looked like an Ephus pitch. Big change, stayed high there.
1-0.
There's a drive to the outfield.
We got Dugas and Dawson coming out for it. Dawson's going to take charge. Kyros Dawson coming up with the F8.
Good communication. If we can hear it on top of the press box with my headset on.
Oh, if I can hear it, yeah, I know.
Surely the left fielder heard it. Hey, Coach, that's going to bring up William. Nope, not Williams. Got a pinch hitter.
Yep, looks like that's going to be Marquise Tavares from Kissimmee, Florida, away of Shawnee State.
Tavares, he's from Disney World, folks. If you're from Kissimmee, that's their official address is Disney World, not Orlando.
So Tavares, better known as Panda.
I think I'm right.
We'll just say you're right. It sounds good.
From my research into going to Disney World as with the kids, I'm gonna stick by that one.
I'm sure somebody can answer that question for us.
Well, they said Tavares' family's from New York City. I do see that.
And foul ball behind the backstop. Yeah, some of these guys have family all over the country.
Right.
I know Tico, I believe he's got some family up in New York as well. But all these young men find their way into North Carolina to pretty much right at the border of North and South Carolina, Cleveland County. Oh, swing and a miss.
Not a good cut from Tavares there. He knew it. He smiled. got crossed up, didn't commit, and let it fly.
Pando waiting for the pitch for the 2-2 count. Ball high.
I tested him again, see if he'd chase. He doesn't this time.
I know Avery Bridges loved to get a big out right here, send his team back to the plate.
Yep. Foul ball coming right at us.
And that's going to be in the the home football stands.
Yeah, it made it. It's going to end up at the 47-yard line.
First down.
Folks, we got a funny clip on our KTC Broadcasting page. If you go to KTC Broadcast on the YouTube page, gee, we have, bloopers in announcing, and you haven't done nothing this bad yet. But I'll tell you after this pitch. Ground ball, shortstop, and the shortstop can't come up with it, and the Panda reaches the first base.
The Panda.
So we had an announcer, Gene, and the kid got tackled. He crossed the 50 and got tackled on the 49. And the announcer says, the ball will be placed at the 49, at the 51-yard line.
At the 51-yard line.
It was going left to right. He's just sitting there reading the numbers, and and the color commentator said, the 50 what? And he says, oh, demerit for me. Put an X next to my name. It is not the 51-yard line. But yeah, we had an announcer
On KTC.
So, yeah, it was on ours. It's us.
That's awesome.
It was up at East Lincoln.
So now, do you do a lot of the Cherryville games?
We do radio. We do all their games on radio only on Cherryville.
Called strike.
Their athletic director does not approve of the video.
Which video is the best part of it?
Right. Yeah. He allows all the radio he wants, but no video.
So do you do any? What games do you usually do?
I'm more the executive producer. I don't actually do.
I know you guys do the call-in show, right?
Right. So there's a pitch outside. We have a pregame show for an hour and a half. Then we have, then we're doing all the games. So basically, I'm making sure all the video games are running smoothly and working. So when there's a problem on the computer or something, basically until halftime, I'm at a stadium. Most of the time, the most important game, making sure all the buttons are pressed right and everything for the announcers. I don't actually do the announcing in football. Unless we need somebody, somebody's out, travel. A lot of times, away games, 2 hours away, guys can't make it. I'll do some of those. But for the most part on Fridays, I'm making sure everything run, and then I come in at about halftime of the games into the stadium, and then we have a post-game show, folks. And then this year we're going to try to do some highlights and other things, but we put all the scores. We have fans call in, and that's till midnight on Friday nights. And that's it's from 5:30 to midnight. We're doing high school football on Friday nights, and it's usually pretty fun. This year is going to be weird though in March, Coach. March football. Runner goes, and McKinney fouls it back.
Runner goes on the full count, so we're going to be back to a full count. Yeah, I remember being back home in Maryland and seeing Texas high school football actually on like a Fox station.
Yeah.
And staying up to like 12 or 1 looking at highlights. It's just that'd be cool if it took off like that down here.
Florida has cable stations that are just nothing but high school sports, and it just blows my mind. Like we have to beg to be able to stream a game around here at some of these schools, and they have whole cable networks with people wanting to be on them. Around here, Coach, the big thing is people and schools will do anything around here to get 30 seconds on the local Channel 3 station. Like they'll let Channel 3 come in and have a pep rally. If I called and asked one of these schools to have a pep rally, they would hang up on me so quick. But they'll come a pep rally, show it for 30 seconds on the Friday night show, and so it's just kind of weird. How each school in each area does different things and promotes the local guys and local kids.
And Michael Green coming up for his 4th plate appearance of the day in 4 innings.
So McKinney walks.
So runners on first and second. Tavares the Panda at second base and McKinney at first.
Had a trouble getting these guys out in the lineup, Coach. Black team's hitting it well. Green pops it up, though.
Derek Ortiz going to take charge. Calling second baseman Derek Ortiz going to call for it.
Good play from Ortiz on the pop-up. That's one of the toughest plays as an infielder to make. And
that's going to take us to the top of the 5th. After 4 complete, your score, Team Greisman up 8-1 over Team Dossman here in the deciding game, Game 5 of the Yeti World Series. This is Coach Gene Bowles, head baseball coach of your Yetis on KTC Broadcast.
Hello, this is Milton Baker inviting you to listen to exciting Tar Heel Sports right here on WCSL, WLON, WOHS, and KTCBroadcasting.com.
Listen to Atlanta Braves baseball on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM in Cherryville and online at KTCBroadcasting.com. Watch and listen to the Shock Jock Sports Podcast on Facebook Live and YouTube.
Watch the Shock Jock Sports Podcast by KTC Broadcasting live on Facebook and listen on Apple, iTunes, and Spotify.
And welcome back to the broadcast. Tico Pereira's up to bat with Mike Huber and Tyler James on deck, and then we'll see if we can get some more guys on base, maybe some runs scored. That's one of those illegal bats.
Yeah, he won't be able to use it this spring. The white barrel.
Alex Linhart tuning in says that umpire's a stud. Yes, Alex. Tom Sinofani is a stud.
He heard you. Called strike.
Not my opinion, but that's all on Coach Linhart.
Alex Linhart, I believe he win like a Coach of the Year in the COVID shortened year?
I'm not sure.
Alex, if you're tuning in, I remember voting for you for something. We were voting for the Yeti mascot like it was a mascot competition for JuCo mascots, and I got sent a link to vote for Coach Linhart. So
here's the pitch in the dirt.
Oh, in the
Tico
dirt.
does not chase.
And Nate Roof is out here again he is coming back from the top of the fifth.
Folks, we've got racing and football today on KTC and baseball on a Sunday afternoon on KTC Broadcasting. Enjoy your afternoon. Thanks for tuning in and listening and watching. If you're laying on the couch watching YouTube right now, that's what's pretty cool about those new smart TVs. You can just we have our own TV channel.
That's what I do. I just click on the little share, and then boom, it pops up on the TV.
Yep. So Tico takes another ball, fighting it off, trying to get on base here. Foul back to the screen. Of course, the blue team, Dawson Blue, would love to get him on base here.
Yeah, and Avery Bridge is doing a good job for Team Dawson coming in, getting them out last inning. It was like a ball in.
Yep.
Tico Pereira from Miami, Florida faces Nate Roof from Lexington, South Carolina. Looks like it's going to be a backwards K. Oh, rung him up.
Ty, he said something to Sinofani, and he's not half. He's warning the coach, somebody over there, by his mouth. Tico said something, and Mr. Sinofani ripped his helmet off immediately and said, "Hey," and to the kid as he walked away. He just kept walking. So I don't know what was said, obviously, but there was some type of a warning headed off there.
He was telling Tom, "Have a nice day."
I'm sure. First pitch, I think that's called ball there. Huber, swing, big cut behind there at the plate. So Pereira with a strikeout looking. Huber has reached on a walk and a single. I'd like to see his on base percentage, Coach. It seems like he's lived over at first base.
He finds a way to get on. I think he went on that, but they're not going to call it. They're not even going to check.
1 for 4 yesterday. The day before, he reached base 4 times.
All out.
Friday night. And then Wednesday, I can find his name. I messed that one up totally.
And a drive out to left field. Mike Huber, Jack McKinney looking up.
Get out of here, ball.
Gone. Mike Huber from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania goes out of here.
Huber and Johnson's going to be a nice little back-to-back punch as hitters.
The best friends. It's I guess you can go Thunder and Lightning or the Bass Brothers. Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch those two together. But solo shot after Tico's strikeout. Mike Huber going out of here to left field, out of Jack McKinney's reach. That's going to bring the score to 8-2 in favor of Team Greisman. So helping out Team Dawson with that home run right there. Bringing up Tyler James from Westminster, South Carolina, away at West Oak High School.
That's his second home run of the series. Is that right?
That is his second home run of the series. He's trying to put his name in the hat for the MVP if Team Dawson finds a way to win this thing.
1, 2.
Ball up, 2-0.
He's been on base 10 times in 5 games. Coach.
10 times in 5 games, Mike Huber. Do big things, big fella. So, like I tell these young men, this is the last thing we're going to remember about you this fall. So, 2-0 to Mike Huber. 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 This is a good time to show out. You got 5 games to do it.
Right.
Tyler James takes a called strike. I believe that's going to be a 3-1 count. Little activity in the bullpen for Team Graceman. Looks like that's going to be Quentin Romo out there. Another called strike. Looks like just on the outside corner, going to catch some of the plate. I believe it's a full count on Tyler James. 2 South Carolina kids going at it. Ooh,
Swinging and a miss.
Ball low by Nate Roof. And Tyler James going to swing and a miss. That's the second strikeout this inning for Nate Roof. Second out of the inning. And Nate Roof's total strikeouts for the day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 strikeouts a day for Nate Roof. That strikeout brought to you by Papa John's here in Kings Mountain High School. Papa John's, we appreciate you guys providing pizza today for the Yeti baseball team.
Good for you. Good for them. Congratulations. It's awesome. I'm sure it helps you guys, feeding the guys. People don't realize how much money that could cost.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're providing, I believe it's like 13, 14 pizzas, so that's huge. That's a 1-1 count on Logan Rose after the first called strike and then ball out. 1-1.
Need you to find some local church sponsors or something like that. There's always people cooking barbecue around here in North Carolina.
Swing and a miss. I actually must have missed one. I guess the second one, Tom must have put up a strike. So that's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that's going
8 Ks.
That's 8 K. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After the top of the 5th, your score is now 8-2. Team Greisman as Cash, Baroa, and Johnson come to the dish in the bottom of the 5th. KTC Broadcasting, Yeti Baseball, Game 5 when we come back.
Our tweeter and our other announcer are Bucks fans. We're sitting here in the middle of North Carolina, middle of Panther country, and the Panthers getting beat now. Gene, Will Wallace says, dang, he missed pizza.
Dang, he missed pizza. So we have, so we're now going to the bump. We're bringing in, looks like Team Dawson's going to bring in the local product, Joe Ruffalo, to the dish. Big Joe come to the dish to face Cleveland County Crest High School's own Raleigh Cash. As I get tongue-tied a little bit.
Ruffalo on the mound, Cash at the plate.
There we go.
There we go. Drive deep center.
It looks like Kyrus Dawson's going to call off Tico.
Not deep center. That ball died. I thought it was going to get out there.
Yeah, it looked like Raleigh Cash put a drive in that, and that ball just hung up there. That's going to bring him Daniel Baroa. Daniel Baroa, his 4th plate appearance of the day. He's 2 for 3 on the day with 2 single, a double, RBI and reached on base by error. Pitch coming in from Joe Ruffalo.
Yeah, Bro has been
And
at first every time. He may get on again. Catch.
Kyrus Dawson out in center field with the catch. Going to glove side to right center to make that catch.
Good play by Dawson on getting over on that one and getting Baroa out for the first time today. But also, Johnson hadn't got out either. He's got a home run, reached on an error, and walked.
Kyrus Dawson's trying to make a case for himself to be the center fielder for the Yetis this year between him and Michael Green.
Yep.
I'm definitely going to have some tough decisions between these two young men. That's going to bring up Greg Johnson to the dish.
Oh, foul ball off the end of his bat.
He wants to hit. Out of baby. So Greg Johnson on the day is 1 for 2 on the day with the 2 RBI home run, reached on base by error, and a walk.
So Johnson
would be my case for the MVP right now if they can hold off.
probably.
Johnson from Buford, Georgia, stepping to the plate to face Joe Ruffalo from here in Kings Mountain. Pop up. Mike Huber takes off. And Mike Huber's going to catch it in foul territory for your third out of the inning.
1, 2, 3 after 5, 8-2. Greisman Black.
How sick would that be?
Welcome back to the broadcast, Coach. Sorry I hit the button there while I was in the middle of conversation.
Yeah, we were talking about the Blue Jays.
They almost came to Charlotte this year, but the governor shut that down and said no fans for that, no fans for NASCAR, no high school sports, and the people still elected him, not to get political, but that's how that goes.
Welcome to 2020 as we bring in Quentin Romo to pitch for Team Greisman. Nate Roof stays done after 8 strikeouts, 5 innings pitched, and Quentin Romo to face. Looks like this is Davis Turner from Mooresville, North Carolina, is going to be the pitch hitter for Patrick Hogan.
Top 6th.
So Turner looking to get something started for the for Team Dawson. The what'd you call them yesterday? The Blue Jays?
Dawson Blue Jays.
The Dawson Blue Jays.
Against the Greisman Black Sox.
Big shout out to Andre here, Tampa Bucks fan.
He wouldn't show it, would he?
No, not at all. He wouldn't show off with the hat and the shirt.
Man, he's been a Bucks fan for as long as I know him, but he's such a sellout to Tom Brady. It is just so sick. It's so sick.
The fanboy?
Oh God, it's gotten bad.
Everybody hates a winner.
Like every time he gets a break during work or something, I look over there and he's on the Tampa Bay team shop, and I'm like, you just can't buy that many hats.
Pitch coming in to Davis Turner. Strike called.
Just the wind blew my big giant drink off. I better put my computer down, hadn't I? With its big wide open, looks like a sail there. Here's the pitch. Outside ball, and that's what you need is lead-off walk
Leadoff
to
walk
get this started.
by Davis Turner. Going to bring up Aiden Roberson, the shortstop today. 0 for 1 on the day with the strikeout and the hit by pitch. Zach Wilson talking to Quentin Romo. I guess trying to get back on track. I know Quentin would love to get a ground ball right here. A little bit of double play action. I give a shout out to Coach Sherrill. Coach Sherrill doing some of the stats today for us down towards the field. A little bit different today for both of us. Will this whole Yeti World Series be able to actually watch instead of being on the field? Ball in the dirt to Aiden Roberson from Mill Creek High School in Georgia.
Runner at first, no outs. Roberson is the 8th batter in the lineup. Then Dugas is 9th, and get the top order going. Might make a ball game out of this.
Swing and a miss by Aiden Roberson. Aiden Roberson high school team was one of the top Georgia teams in the state of Georgia, and COVID, I believe they were 7-1, 8-1 at the break, and was definitely going to make a run for a state title last year. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Now, he came up and talked to us a little bit yesterday. Was Turner, not Roberson.
Correct, Turner did, and Romo came, I believe it was like 2 or 3 days ago.
Right.
Swing and a miss by Aiden Roberson.
Good pitch. That's off speed. Gets the swing.
And that strikeout's going to bring up Mason Dugas, the firefighter, coming up to the plate. He's 0-2 for the day, looking for his first hit on the day. We got cloudy skies right now. The sun trying to peek out a little bit here at Kings Mountain High School. We are in the top of the 6th. Mason Dugas showing bunt and pulls back with the ball in the dirt. 1-0 the count.
Yeah, third baseman was back a little bit on that, and maybe woke him up a little bit on that square. We'll see if they get ready for that again. Swing and foul ball.
Foul ball. 1-1. Quentin Romo on the bump. The transfer from Felician up in New Jersey. Shout out to my buddy Chris Langen for giving me a call after Philip Russ actually worked with Quentin Romo this summer. And Philip contacted me about this young man, and I reached out to his college coach before he visited. But big time on that. But Mason Dugas gets a single. His first hit of the day out to Jana Baroa in right field. Runners at first and second. After the single by Mason Dugas to right field, we have Turner at second, Mason Dugas at first, 1 out, and that's going to bring up the top of the order with Kyrus Dawson, who has been a vacuum out there in center field for this World Series.
8-2 ball game.
Would love to see Kyrus Dawson just get a hold of one right here, make this a ball game for Team Dawson. And a pitch from Romo. It's going to be a called strike by our home plate umpire.
Hear him all the way up here on the top of the football stadium.
He want us to hear him. Look like we have, I believe that's Josh Compton, the bullpen for Team Greisman, warming up. Swing and a miss by Kyrus Dawson on Quentin Romo.
First and second. 1 out. Here's a chance for the blue team to get back in this game and possibly take a chance on winning it. Down 8-2. They need about every run they can get right now. Outside,
Ooh.
Dawson chases.
Ooh, what a pitch by Quentin Romo.
For strike 3. He's got, he's done with 2 strikes here, Coach. He's thrown two good out pitches.
Absolutely.
And that's going to bring up Ortiz. Ortiz has reached on 2 singles and scored and grounded into a fielder's choice to end the 4th inning. Romo on the mound, Ortiz at the plate, runners at first and second, top of the 6th inning. Blue team trails 8-2. Foul ball back on that man's dog. Almost hit him. And it hit my back left tire. Let's see, is that dog going to go under my car, or is he going to crawl under my car to pick this ball up? It's right under the tire. Here comes a little kid. If he's smart, he would wait about 4 seconds and let that kid. Oh, look at him! He's gonna get stuck. I don't know if he can get back up. This is fun too. He had a 6-year-old child right behind him. He could have let get it. I bet he regrets it now. Ball in the dirt.
And Tom with the block.
Yep, good block by the umpire.
Looks like his cup did the work there.
I don't know if that's what it was, but that'd be poor Tom if it was. Good stop.
Well, he backed up, took the helmet off quick, and put his hands on his hips. So usually that's a good sign.
Oh goodness! Welcome everybody back to the broadcast again. We love doing local sports on KTC Broadcasting. Follow us on Twitter. If you're not from around here, and you want to listen to other stuff, we got Braves baseball, Clemson, Duke, North Carolina, Charlotte Hornets, and Carolina Panthers, and NASCAR sports on KTC. There's a high pitch for a ball.
It looks like we have our softball coach, our Yeti softball coach, Ronald Beaver, in attendance today watching the Yeti Game 5 of the World Series. As Quentin Romo takes a sign, looking to pitch. Ground ball left side. Blake Decker's going to pick it up, take it himself to get the force out at third. That'll end the inning. I'm sorry, that'll end the top of the sixth. Your score still remains 8-2. Team Greisman in Game 5 of the Yeti World Series is Coach Gene Bowles on KTC Broadcasting.
Shock Jock Sports Podcast by KTC Broadcasting, live Mondays and Wednesdays, 2 p.m. Listen on Spotify, Apple iTunes, replays on YouTube, KTC Sports, KTCBroadcasting.com.
Hello, this is Milton Baker inviting you to listen to NASCAR Racing right here on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM, and KTCBroadcasting.com.
Welcome back to the bottom of the sixth inning. Black team pops it up first pitch. That's Pereira. No, that's blue team.
Caleb Adair popped up to Aiden Roberson, the shortstop for Team Dawson.
Caleb Adair, and that's going to bring up Decker, right?
That's first pitch by Joe Ruffalo. Forces the pop-up. Yep, that's going to bring up Blake Decker, who ended last inning on the fielder's choice. So Blake Decker 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout and reached on base twice with 2 walks.
Remember, folks, of all 5 broadcasts, like and share with your friends. Tag us at KTC Broadcasting when you do. Hashtag KTC Sports on the social media so we can retweet, repost for on Facebook or wherever. But share the broadcast and tag us. Well, we like to see the comments, and we love to talk about where all everybody is from. And we've had viewers from before today. We know 13 different states, and so it's exciting seeing the viewers from all over the country and all over the place. And then what's magical about it, Gene, is it's all over the world too, forever.
for forever. So, real quick
On the
question,
YouTube.
Kevin, do we have time after this game's over with? I run down to the field and present the MVP and the pitcher of the series. Can you get down the home plate cam if we turn?
Yeah, I'd prefer just getting it from this camera
Okay.
and then do it from here because those guys will start breaking down
Okay, we'll get it from up
as
here.
soon as it goes. But yeah, we can put the camera that way. Shot down the line. I mean, Decker got every piece of that ball, but foul.
So stay tuned, folks who are listening back home. So we'll have the looks like we'll have some video. We'll get them turned towards the press box and probably do a little wave, whatever. We'll present the MVP and the pitcher of the series of your inaugural Yeti World Series. That's going to be a walk to Blake Decker.
So Decker goes to first. It's going to bring up Mr. Wilson.
Zach Wilson, 1 for 3 on the day. 2 flyouts to the outfield and an infield bunt single.
Tavares on deck.
Penda.
Said blue team would love a big hard chopper to short right about now, or somewhere to get a double play and get out of this inning and get back and try to win this ball game.
Strike called.
It's about rally time.
It needs to be because they don't have much time to. I mean, Team Greisman's 3 outs away from
Right.
closing this thing out.
Ruffalo on the mound, a local Kings Mountain product. He's been on that mound plenty of times before. There's a drive deep right field.
Looks like Tico's going to camp underneath of it, and Tico's there for the second out of the bottom of the 6th.
So Wilson lifted 3 balls to the outfield today, but he did get hit back in the first inning. That's going to bring up Tavares, who reached on an error back in the 4th inning after pinch hitting for Williams.
Marquise Tavares up to the dish. Panda. Nickname PK Panda up to the plate against Joe Ruffalo. Oh, Joe Ruffalo doing a good job since he come in here. He's working quick against these tough Team Greisman hitters.
Ooh, almost got him.
And safe.
Should have pumped him. Should have just pumped him.
Joe Ruffalo with a good move, trying to get Blake Decker leaned a little bit over at first base.
2 outs up 6 runs, Coach. You're getting pumped. Stay over and hug that bag.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the pitch. Found back out of play. That one goes around the Jeep. It's about 15 feet in front of it. Next to the trees.
Looks like we got some people getting ready to play tennis here today. They must have heard you.
It's about time. Saw some people playing was it squash or something like that? Is that a game you play?
Squash or
Right over the net.
Swing and a miss by Marquise Tavares. So, you got me pickleball?
Maybe it may that might be what they were doing. They weren't playing tennis when I rode yesterday after the game.
And Joe Ruffalo looking to get out of this half inning right here. He'd love a big strikeout here. Ball in the dirt. Joe Ruffalo, the Kings Mountain High School alum, pitching at his former high school for the Yetis.
2 down, bottom 6, 8-2, Greisman Black team up on Dawson Blue. Ground ball.
Right side. Derek
Second
Ortiz
base.
dives, and he's going to get
play.
Marquise Tavares.
Great play.
As Marquise grabs Derek Ortiz. That's going to bring your 3rd out. And we head to the 7th. Team Greisman 3 outs away from winning the inaugural Yeti World Series. This is Coach Gene Bowles, head baseball coach of your Yetis, and we're live on KTC Broadcasting. 3 outs away from the from your final.
right, welcome back to the broadcast. Kevin Hastings, Coach Bowles, has left the building. We're here in the 7th inning. He's got to get some awards ready and some things together. Folks, it is 8-2. Greisman Black, they lead here in the pivotal Game 5 of the World Series. And that's going to bring up, if I did my book right, looks like Pereira, Huber, and James. Put it on. Talk to me. All right. I tried to get an interview here and help. I'm just gonna be all by myself. My cameraman don't want to be famous. He could go viral on the YouTube for the kids. Here's JuCo Pereira. Swing and a miss. The black team is pumped and ready to go. I feel like I've been sitting in this chair for 5 days now. I'm gonna stand up a minute. Pereira, big cut. Next pitch. Is that Bailey McGinnis on the mound? Okay, Bailey McGinnis is on the mound now for Greisman Black. I'll make sure I got everybody's name. You know, with Coach not up here helping me out, I'm going to do the best I can, folks. This is JuCo Pereira. Breaking ball, swing and a miss for JuCo. That's going to bring up Huber, who's been on base every time this game, with a walk, a single, and a home run. He's got one of the 2 runs scored, obviously. And down 8-2, Huber comes to the plate, wishing he had somebody, I'm guessing, on the bases, but got to do what you can. Get on base any way you can here for Huber. Of course, you'd love to hit a solo shot. But they still need 5 runs after that if they do. So any type of not getting out will be fine or great for him. Check swing. He held up, I believe. Oh, no, they're going to call it a called strike. One down. Top 7. Greisman Black looking to close this game out. And Bailey McGinnis on the mound, local product. Called ball. James then Rose are the batters due up after Huber, and he's hitting the back. He's going to wear that one a minute. Not happy about it. Oh, it must be a stinger right between the shoulders there. May have got his shoulder blade. And Coach umpire's going to walk down with him. I know he didn't hit him on purpose, but he's in obvious pain. Usually when you get hit in the back or side or something, it don't hurt that much, but, you know, maybe you got contact. If it caught a shoulder blade, it could be awful. Hopefully he'll tag first and they'll get a runner out there for him, and they do. So Huber's going to walk off after getting hit by the pitch. And that's going to sting. So McGinnis is up now. Still on the mound. That brings James up. I don't know who the pinch runner is. As Huber got hit somewhere, I'm guessing shoulder blade area for him to. He's a big boy. For him to act like it hurt that bad, I'm guessing that caught bone right there. So McGinnis pitching for the stretch, man on first. That's the pinch runner for Huber. Check swing, he went. You know who's running? Jared Solomon is doing the base running for Huber. James is at the plate. Rose on deck. James takes a strike. A2 top 7 runner at first. Pitch outside and low. NASCAR racing today on WCSL. Jimmy Johnson's Chad Canals. Clint Bowyer's last race in NASCAR. In their respective positions as crew chiefs and drivers. Breaking ball. Chad, of course, moving to an executive role with Hendricks. Bowyer moving to the booth, the TV booth, which will be entertaining, and Jimmy moving to F1 racing. But today's final race today on WCSL 1590 AM. If you go to ktcbroadcasting.com and click the big green button, you can listen. Pop up, foul ball, out of play. Fans almost got that one. One out, looking for a double play ball. Blue team looking for 6 runs. Last game of the Yeti World Series. Game 5. Had a wonderful series, fun game so far. And after the game, Coach is going to present some awards. There's a drive left field. I don't know if it's going to stay in fair territory or not. And it's caught, though, for the second out of the inning, whether it was fair or not. Good play over there in left. So that's going to bring up Rose. Is this Rose still batting? I think so. He struck out 3 times today. So he's got the hat trick. And McInnes will try to give him the golden sombrero here of 4 Ks in one game. First pitch, pop up, foul out of play. I have seen, believe it or not, a DH strike out 6 times in a game. Remember, he's the DH. How bad was the kid he was batting for? But the kid that did that, he's actually a really good batter. It's just what a bad game for him. Here's the next pitch. Rope down the left field line, foul. 0-2 now to Rose. Dawson Blue Yetis down to the last strike, folks. Down to their last strike. McInnes on the mound, Rose at the plate, and they're going to try to get that ball in and play with it. I guess they run out of baseballs with 1 pitch left to go in the ball game. Folks out at Kings Mountain High School looking around, we got people on the tennis courts, softball fields, football training facilities. We've got them all over the place. Down, kicking some soccer balls, playing some discus golf. That's the basketball coach down there playing discus golf, it looks like. And here is maybe the final pitch of the World Series from McInnes. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Strikeout again from Rose. And that will be the final out of the World Series here for the Yeti World Series. And we'll get some good shots up here. And I want to thank our cameraman as the World Series. Rose strikes out, and that'll do it. Team Greisman Black wins the series. And we'll be back in a minute. We're going to get settled up here up top. We're going to have some quick awards. We'll come right back out once they start doing that. All right, folks, welcome back to the broadcast. Coach Bowles is giving away some awards right now. MVP, that's going to be Mr. Greg Johnson. Zoom in on him. Hello to Greg. MVP of the World Series. He had 3 home runs in this series, folks. And the pitcher will go to Mr. Roof. Nate Roof is the pitcher. And congratulations to him, and of course Team Greisman giving away we got some it looks like signed Yeti pictures for the coaches. And I want to thank them, of course, Greisman and Coach Dawson. This Yeti logo is just cool, man. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning into the broadcast. I've had a fun time. We're going to start breaking it down here. Yeti baseball. You can watch these broadcasts forever here on YouTube on our page. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and commenting online from all of the states across the country. And as always, KTCBroadcasting.com, guys. We've had a great time. Get ready for Yetis baseball. Come spring, we're going to have some fun. Don't know exactly if we'll be doing video or radio, exactly how we'll be covering the Yetis, but we're going to work on those details over the winter. And we'll be back this spring for Yetis baseball on KTCBroadcasting.com. Thank everybody for tuning in. I'm Kevin Hastings. Thanks for Gene Bowles and all the Yeti staff for helping